Reading romance does not make you set unrealistic expectations. Instead, it is just helping you raise the bar to where it should have always been. Hey friends, Janelle here, and I'm so excited to talk to you about one of my favorite things, and that is book boyfriends. And there's just a few, got some there, and on my Kindle that I want to talk about with you. Now, if you have hung out on my channel at all, you probably heard me talk about my obsession with the profound role that romance authors play in shifting culture. And specifically shifting and shaping the fabric, like the very foundation and fabric of our culture and society, which is relationships. And today I specifically want to look at how those book boyfriends that we are all in love with, how their portrayal in these books are actually changing how people know they deserve to be treated and supported in a partnership. And it is just, it's one of my favorite things to look at. Yes, so let's dive in, and we're going to start with looking at Kennedy Ryan, and we have Josiah and Before I Let Go, and Judah and This Could Be Us. And both Judah and Josiah show just an incredible portrayal of equal partnership when it comes to parenting. So both have examples of families in a co-parenting situation where the husband or the ex-husband in these instances is completely and fully invested and involved in the parenting, and just show what equal partnership looks like and equal division of labor when it comes to parenting. And that is just not what everyone's reality is, whether they're married with kids or they're a single parent. And to see it so beautifully written in these two books is just incredible, and I love that. Now, specifically in This Could Be Us, I think that Judah just raises the bar in so many ways, but the one I specifically want to talk about is how he is the stay-at-home parent and part of their story. Not actually the main character story, but with his ex-wife who he co-parents with, and reflecting back how he stayed home with the kids to make sure that her career was not derailed by them needing to stay home. He was so invested in her career, so invested in Soul's career as well, and just incredible examples, and setting the bar so high with both of these books, and it's stunning. So equal partnership in terms of parental responsibilities and equal investment in each other's career. That is just, yes, chef's kiss. Okay, next we gotta look at one of my absolute faves, that is Lauren Asher. And we're going to look at Love Redesigned and Love Unwritten. So starting with Love Redesigned, Julian is the book boyfriend here. And oh my goodness, I love Julian so much. And so there's so many things that I see that show up here. But one of the things that I specifically think that Julian really helps to raise the bar in, and it is how he views Dahlia as an equal within their work. So Julian owns the construction business, and Dahlia is the interior designer, has a show, and there's just so many points in this where he views her as an equal at work, and he learns from her and takes her advice and shifts plans, and it's perfect. Oh, sorry. And it is just perfect, and I love Julian so much. And there's also a point in the story where he is clearly needing to shift his role, and he is getting ready to step back and trusting someone else. And there's a conversation that he has with Ryder, his project manager, and with Dahlia, his girlfriend. And the way that he listens and adjusts his plans is just so beautiful, and not something we always see. And so as I'm thinking about these different examples, I also think it's important to note that this is just a bar that can be raised for all masculinity. It doesn't have to just be in terms of our romantic partners, but it can just be in terms of how we know we deserve to be treated in different areas, whether that be with a parent, a sibling, at work, all of these different things. So staying in that Lauren Asher universe, we also have Raphael. This book is like way heavier than this book. I didn't realize that. I love a thick romance book. And so we have Raphael here, and another story with so many examples, but the one that really stands out to me the most in this is how Rafa raises the bar, sets a higher expectation in terms of like setting aside the ego and swallowing his pride. So he does not have a great relationship with his ex. His ex-wife does not show up in his son's life, and the ways that he prioritizes Nico's well-being and care over his own ego is just stunning, and see that happen multiple times throughout the story. I'll put some quotes up here, and it's stunning, and it's something that I know, even as, you know, for me, I'm not a book boyfriend, but I feel like I can learn so much from that, and not not trying to win a power struggle, but really prioritizing whose interest is most important. And yes, I love Rafa. All right, next we got to go to the Kindle, and we have Play Along. And this story, oh my goodness. This story to me, Isaiah Rhodes just raised the bar in terms of understanding consent at this holistic level, not just in terms of sexual experiences, but in terms of truly understanding and listening to someone else, and seeing someone else's boundaries and respecting those boundaries. It is just it's stunning. It's stunning, and there's just so many so many quotes. And if you watched my free masterclass for authors, you know, I talk about this in the empowered consent section. And really, I just think that how Isaiah interacts with Kennedy, and Kennedy is a character who really struggles with casual touch and physical intimacy, and really wants to get better at that. And she's not comfortable, but she wants it, and she's willing, but she's not necessarily enthusiastic about it. And the way that Isaiah respects that at every level of the relationship is just beautiful, and again, just raising the bar to another level. And while we're in the Windy City universe, I mean, you gotta just everything about Kai. Everything about Kai Rhodes is just perfection and raising the bar constantly in every way possible. Okay, let's go back to the Lauren Asher universe for a second, and we got to talk about Noah Slade in Throttled. And I mean, there's so many things I love about Noah, and I even fall more in love with him by the time we get to Santu's story in the fourth book. But specifically in Throttled, the way that he raises the bar and he sets a new expectation is when he messes up massively, and he makes a terrible mistake. And what does he do? He goes and he works on himself. He goes to therapy. He does this hard, emotional, mental work, and he really works to be a better person for himself and for Maya. And it's just perfection. All right, let's talk about the Bromance Book Club by Alyssa K. Adams. And I don't have all the books, but these are a few of the books. And these are European covers, which I liked more, but now they're not the same height as my American ones. So I think I got to buy all of the European ones. But anyways, so this whole series as a whole just raises the bar in terms of men having these deep, emotional, vulnerable connections outside of their partner, of their romantic or sexual partner. And the connection that the main character, the MMCs and all of the books have with each other is just so beautiful. And we just need more of that, right? We need more men to have these deep emotional connections with so many different people in their life, and that series just raises the bar. Okay, another book boyfriend that just elevates and raises the bar is Seb, and If Only You from Bergman Brothers series. And what what is so beautiful about Seb, like Noah, just puts the time in to do the work on himself. And the thing also that I just find so beautiful about Seb and Ziggy is that he of course he wants everything with Ziggy, but would just be so eternally grateful to just be her friend and just to earn the title of friend. And he stays in this friend zone without that physical intimacy for so long, as he does the inner work on himself to get to this place where he can fully be with her. And it's stunning. And I mean, I think it's rare for anyone, male, female, anyone, to do that type of work to get to that place. And so for me, Seb just raises the bar for humanity in that sense. We also see in Crazy Stupid Bromance, Noah, a different Noah, just does this so beautifully. He obviously is in love with Alexis and wants to be with her, but never pushes her because she needs that time to heal. She needs that time to heal, to find herself, and all she needed for the first, I think it was 18 months of the relationship, was him to be a friend, and that's what he did, and that's who he was, and he did it with joy. He wasn't doing it like all just waiting to hopefully get to that point of being a romantic and sexual partner. He did it just because he loved her and wanted her to have and wanted to be exactly what she needed. And that is just, you just don't see that. You just do not see that. Too often we see that men just view women as sexual objects or romantic partners, and are not willing to just be the friend and to play that role and just have that emotional connection. And yeah, Noah totally raises the bar there to another level. Okay, the last one I want to talk about, because I could go on forever, is Mother Faker by Brittany Nicole. And the book boyfriend here is Beckett Langfield. And oh my goodness, I love Beckett so much. And he steps into the parenting role. He is the step parent, but he steps in and he just embraces those kids as his own. And just some of the little things that I just love so much is he makes friendship bracelets with the kids. He wears friendship bracelets with the kids. He, he's totally invested in their well-being. He has certain times that he has with them. He just embraces the role of being their parent and is supporting Liv in any way. And then, like the big grand gesture thing he did as a parent, he rearranged this whole movie premiere, which obviously isn't very realistic, because who who reading the book is able to access or I guess it wasn't a movie, it was a TV show premiere, but he arranged the whole thing just so he wouldn't miss his stepdaughter's event at school, and just showing up in so many ways. And I guess really that's what the basis of it is. He just shows up and he's just fully the parent. So, well, friends, that is all my that's just some of my book boyfriends here, and they're just so good. And I even have, I have more books here, but let me know let me know how different book boyfriends that you have fallen in love with have just raised the bar and elevated what you know you deserve in a relationship, and what you know you deserve in a partner, and whether that be, again, in terms of a romantic or sexual experience, or in terms of another important relationship in your life. Because I know it may seem, you may not completely buy into it, but I fully believe that the characters and the stories that romance authors are writing are fundamentally shifting culture and society, and just playing this profound role in in the relationship we have with ourselves and the relationship we have with others. So anyways, if you love yourself some book boyfriends as well, click that like, drop a comment, share this with a friend, and definitely click subscribe so we can connect in future videos. So until the next video, I hope you have a fantastic day and keep on enjoying and embracing the magic of romance.